Draft season, bitch. Draft season, bitch. Draft season, bitch. I said it's draft season, bitch. This the draft talk. This the draft talk. This the draft talk. This the draft talk. It's Lombardi. Yeah, we drafting. We lost though. Fuck the playoffs.
Beats Planet.
How's everybody doing there? Shouts out to the Blue Flame, all that good stuff, all the essential workers that's working over there. Boom, 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 boom. Testing. We good to go. Listen, so we are currently in draft season. You know what I mean? I wanted to give it about a week or so. You know, people can be crybabies sometimes. You know what I mean? I wanted to give us time to, you know, get over whatever we was feeling. You know, I wanted to give us some time to get off the ground, brush the dirt off of us, you know. Give us some time to say all the hateful things that we wanted to say. Let, you know, other weird stuff happen on Twitter and shit like that. You know what I mean? I was going to give it time. Give it time to just let y'all, let everybody get it off their chest or whatever, you know, because this is draft season. This is for every team. This isn't just for my team, but anybody listening could use this information. So, welcome y'all for being here. But, hey, it's 4 teams left in the playoffs. That means 28 of y'all asses is fan bases. This should be right up in here. You know, just preparing to receive information, preparing to, you know, get this thing going in total. Because to be fair, we're football fans, and that kind of makes us draft fans, you know, because if you're not a draft fan, you wouldn't be tuned into this. We're all draft fans. And besides 18 or so people, right, of the 256 some odd players, 300 however many people, really it's 400 or so that's going to be eligible to be drafted or whatever. 16 people kind of got their course already planned out. We just don't know how that's going to go. But the other 400 and however many people can go to any team. You know what I mean? So whatever we say can go in any direction. We could be talking about a player like Jordan Davis. I saw somebody allude to Jordan Davis earlier. We could be talking about Jordan Davis right now. There's a lot of teams that could possibly run into that dude during draft season. So, I'm talking as a Cowboy fan, yes, but this is for every single body. You know what I mean? Typically how draft season works is I don't start super early. I know some people that's going to be new to this thing. A couple of y'all are veterans. Shouts out to y'all for returning, being veterans and all that good stuff. For those of you that are new here for draft season, welcome. If this is your first draft season, this is really what I do. Like the Cowboy content is fun, but I put the nipple on the titty in this draft world, in my personal opinion. You understand? I don't do the whole national media thing. You know what I mean? I think teams suck at drafting. I think national media people suck at scouting. You know what I mean? And that could sound a certain kind of way. You know, that could sound very, grandiose of me, but bro, I see your thoughts and opinions. I see your mock drafts. Y'all be bullshitting, you know what I mean? And I'm not perfect, of course, but, you know, when I swing, I hit the ball a lot more than a lot of other people do, so I'm just confident in me. So that's just that. But I don't start from, you know, day one. It's some people that got a top 300 big board by, you know, August or some shit like that, right? And every year the shit's wrong. It's only to get clicks and, you know, pings and, you know, traffic and shit like that. I'd rather just avoid that traffic because I'm wrong sometimes, but I hate being wrong in the big picture. So if I say some shit in August like, man, Brad Kaya, the number 1 quarterback in the draft, that shit'll change in a month. Oh, Cardell Jones is Paxton Lynch for rough. You know what I mean? It happens every single year. Whatever the thoughts of a player are in August, it never makes it to April. So I'd rather take my time, man. I don't need to know 600 prospects. I only need to know about a good 270. If I know about a good 270, I can give y'all a good show for 3 days of the draft. All right? So with that being said, boy, Jalen Twyman is trash. I wanted to talk about something before I got started with the extra content today. The content that I got lined up for you guys is we're gonna look at a Tankathon or whatever and just kind of see how we got to our draft order, because I think it's gonna be very interesting to see how these trades and shit like that kind of affect the big picture of drafting this year. And I'm going to look at Dane Brugler's mock draft. I know the title said mock drafts. I'm lying. We're just looking at Dane Brugler shit, and I'm just going to not give my thoughts on many players because, like I said, I'm not know every prospect right now guy. I learn my prospects as I go, and y'all gonna be there every step of the way. I have a certain exercise that I haven't planned for when we start looking at Dane Brugler's mock draft. We're going to know some names on that list. We're going to know a lot of names on it. But we're not going to know all the nuances, though. But I promise you, goddammit, I promise you, by the time we get to like March or April, it's going to be up. It's going to be up for the rest of y'all. But before we get started, I just kind of want to talk about something that's been on my mind philosophically. And I've mentioned it in Cowboy land or whatever, but it's going to be a lot of non-Cowboy people that's watching this, so that's fine. I just kind of wanted to run it past you. My guy Nick Gashler in the building, you know what I mean? You can touch on this one day. We're not doing phones today. I just don't think it's a good time to do phones in my life right now, you know what I'm saying? Because if I do open up the phones, I'm like, yo, Voch, what you think of this player you haven't watched? Yo, Voch, what do you think about such and such an XYZ that you're not ready to answer yet? Or if this is a all 32 production, I get 10 phone calls about the Cowboys. It's just not, I'm not ready to do phones just yet. I'm ready to just get this information out. And then y'all can do with this information as you will. Then in a week or so, we'll be ready to do phones. Draft philosophy though. I think there's something to, hold on, let me put just a little. You know what I'm saying? Just a little. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me just put a little something in my background while I'm talking. You know what I'm saying? Just a little something in my background. Put a little something in my background while we're talking there. No. Give me a second. Something. Love this in my background. All right. So I think we need to look at draft philosophy, right? And reapproach how we look at these players. I'm looking at, let's do this. Let's pull up a list of the last year's children, right? I was, last year we were doing the COVID draft, and COVID made drafting kind of weird. And, our whole draft career, we've been asking the same kind of question, right? The whole, does this player need to go back to school, and does this player need to return back to Penn State and prepare for Michigan and Michigan State and shit like that? Something very interesting, 2021 NFL draft. Something very interesting happened over this year, the COVID year or whatever. I'm not going to say all, most of the players that didn't play 2020 football was fucking incredible. Like, and that ain't even like the interesting part. It's like those dudes, out of all the prospects we watched, those dudes were the ones that improved the most, right? So if we watch a 2019, which is when people get on to me about my Michael Parsons assessment, I don't give a fuck, because nobody can anticipate what happened, right? Let me just kind of break this down. You get 2019 film and you watch it, and a player ain't what they are on their 2019 film. They don't play 2020, and they go to one of these COVID camps, right? They go to one of these Get Me Better for the National Football League camps, and they come out fucking incredible. Way better than they were when they was in school. You know what I mean? It's like and it makes sense if you think about it. It's, if I'm Micah Parsons, right? I have an option. I can either go back to Penn State where they'll use me incorrectly and I got to prepare for Michigan and Michigan State, or I can go to one of these COVID camps and they can teach me how to be a national football player for 365 days. A little longer than that. A whole year and some change. They teach me how to do nothing but be a pro football player. You know what I mean? I don't get bogged down by college shit. You know what I mean? I ain't got to go to class. Did they have to go to class? If you opt out of school, if you opt out of, did you still have to go to class? Not gonna speak on that. But the day-to-day regular football shit, I'd imagine you drop out of school at that point. I don't know. But the day-to-day football shit you don't have to do. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to college. Like, Penn State horribly used Michael Parsons incorrectly. Horribly used him incorrectly. Right? He wasn't the dude that you saw on Sundays ain't the dude that you saw at Penn State. I don't feel bad for anybody that looks at me with some kind of old Voch, you was wrong about Michael Parsons. Kiss my ass. We all were. He got drafted 12th overall. We all were. You know what I'm saying? You watch that dude at Penn State. And he was a cool blitzing linebacker is what he was. He was the athlete that he is now. Super ass athlete. You know what I'm saying? But there's something that happened between that Memphis game in 2019 and week 1 NFL. Training camp NFL. Something happened in between that time where he started blowing shit up, right? Joe Tryon. He was a guy that couldn't finish. I was just watching him against these Pac-12 schools or whatever. He wasn't a good finisher. Motherfucker get to Tampa Bay and finishes his ass off. Crazy. Jamar Chase was always a good receiver. Had some things he had to work on. You know what I mean? Like, we all knew Jamar Chase had things he had to work on. Look at him. Look at him. Rashawn Slater, look at him. Who else did this shit? Let me see. Who else? Did Elijah Vera Tucker opt out? I don't know. Nah. Who else? I mentioned Tryon. Sure. Javon Holland? Sure. I watched Javon Holland film. All he played was nickel strong safety. That's all he played. Nickel strong safety. Russo, shouts out to Russo. Not Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland is a UFC fighter. Javon Holland. Russo, you know? So I think as draft people, what we have to do, and even Panay Sue, if you want to go there, draft people, I think what we have to do is we have to reassess these opt-out camps. Right? Like, we have to reassess them. And I think what's going to happen moving forward, I think a lot more kids are going to look at the pros and cons of going back to school. And they're going to be like, man, if I go to school, I'm just going to be, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to get my little time in or whatever, my little mandated time that I have to spend in college or whatever. I'm just going to not play the last season and go to one of these COVID camps. They're not going to be called COVID camps at that point, but whatever the hell we end up calling them, I'm just going to go to one of those COVID camps because there's going to be clear advantages and disadvantages that you gain with either side. You know, there's going to be clear advantages and disadvantages. Panay Sewell is a guy that I feel like he had to work on technique. He had to work on whatever he had to work on. You know what I mean? If you put Panay Sewell in one of these COVID camps, be like, all right, man, look, bro, like you gonna have to do something with these goofy ass hands, bro. You gonna have to do something with why you keep doing that with your left foot. I hate it. You gonna have to do something with your leverage. You know what I'm saying? And you know what they're going to work on for 52 weeks? They're going to work on Panay Sewell getting low. They're going to work on fucking Panay Sewell and his hands. They're going to work on Panay Sewell and his funny little foot placement. And you know what's going to happen at the end of the day? You know what's going to happen at the end of the day? Panay Sewell is going to fucking be, he's going to be top tier. At the end of the day, he's going to be top tier. Because you've worked on every deficiency that we looked at. You know what I'm saying? Micah Parsons, you this right now, but to really maximize your skill is not to go play Michigan. To maximize your skill, Micah Parsons, you got an XYZ, sir. And that motherfucker XYZs for 52 weeks. And he turns into, With that said, if you a guy like Derek Stingley, it's too late for him now. But if you a guy like Derek Stingley and you have one of those freshman years like you had at LSU, hey, sit me the fuck down, bro. I ain't trying to get hurt. And look, this ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? This ain't for everybody. Some people need to be in school because it ain't nothing the fuck else y'all could do. You know what I mean? Like some of y'all motherfuckers ain't good enough to go to these, camps or whatever. Some of y'all gotta go back to school. Some of y'all then gotta go to a camp. Some of y'all then gotta go to the Senior Bowl. Some of y'all then gotta go to the Combine. I'm talking about these dudes that's clearly above the rest of them, right? Since your freshman year, these Derek Stingley cats, right? What happens if you take Derek Stingley, remove him from possibly getting injured. And of course, reps will make him better. But, they got a way to figure that out. They got a way to, tally that up. You take Derek Stingley, put him in one of these COVID camps for however many years. And how much better is that dude than Derek Stingley being on a bad football team with the opportunity to get hurt, possibly tapping out? I ain't gonna say quitting or whatever, because that's a strong word, but possibly not caring about LSU football because y'all losing. Like, you run that risk. Like, the Georgia kids have a reason to play hard because they in the playoff run. Like, they won a championship or whatever, right? But if you're the best dude on your team and your team ain't winning, you just go out there risking getting hurt every day, how much better are you gonna get? If you're Derek Stingley, what helps you more? Going to a camp with other wide receiver kids that's trying to do the shit that you're doing, or like shutting down some miscellaneous kid from, I don't know, Vanderbilt or some shit. You know what I mean? What's better for you? So I think as draft people, what we have to do moving forward is going to be some of these opt-out kids. These kids are always going to opt out. It's always going to happen, right? And especially going to happen, you know what I'm saying? They're going to start talking to agents and shit. They're going to start passing that shit around. And one day, one of these agents is going to be like, hey, man, I think you should just not play this year. Jadeveon Clowney had no business playing football this last year. Marcus Lattimore, before he got hurt, had no business playing football. No business. Somebody else tore their damn ACL to Jalen Smith, no business playing football. I don't know. We'll have to cross that road whenever we get there, bro. But I think as draft people, we have to account for that, because there was a lot of, hey man, Russo didn't play football in 2019. If we'd have had the information of, okay, but Russo going to one of these opt-out camps. So now you got to take that Russo film and take what you know about opt-out camps and be like, all right, so how much can we improve Russo over this short period of time? And that's going to be your new projection. You know what I'm saying? It sounds weird, but as evaluators, we got to do this. As scout evaluators, we got to do this. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I know Alabama and Georgia got kids that aren't draft eligible, but they the best people on their defense somehow. You know what I mean? Hey, somebody gonna tell them dudes, man, hey, look, when it's time for next year, maybe you don't come back. Maybe you just take that year and just work on being a pro. You know what I'm saying? 2 seconds. I'll play a war call or something while I'm sipping my health nonsense mixture. Pardon me. I didn't say because it was good. I said because it's nonsense. Anyway, let's get busy. Let's get to work. Started. Berserk. Okay, let's go to. Was it here I had it set up? Where I have it set up at? Was it this? All right, cool. I got Tankathon pulled up, right? I can still see the chat, by the way. I can see everything, but Tankathon is very important, right? Tankathon gives us like the large picture. We're gonna look at the mock draft after this, but I think the large picture of Tankathon is always good to look at. Now these last 4 teams or whatever, like they got to figure out, what they gonna do or whatever in terms of why Miami get that pick. That's why I like seeing it like this. You know what I'm saying? Because you see where these picks come from. Like you see where these teams got their picks from. So then we can properly talk shit about these people when your trade plan doesn't work necessarily. So Jacksonville, Detroit, Houston, and the Jets, actually. I think those 4 teams were like equally trash, but they had to figure it out amongst themselves. They did. Shouts out to them. Carolina came in at 6. Chicago traded last year's first and this year's first to go up and get Justin Fields. Okay, cool. That's where the Giants pick ended up at. Also, too, looking back on shit like this, knowing we're going into a class where quarterback is like deficient or whatever, you gotta look at these teams sometimes and be like, bro, like I know shit bad for you right now, but if you just kept your pick, like you'd have been good, bro. Like Seattle, for example, right? We're looking at Seattle at the 10th overall pick. Seattle knows good and damn well they can use a 10th overall pick right now. But they got Jamal Adams, dog. You know what I'm saying? They got Jamal Adams. And, I don't want to sound a certain way when I say this, man, but a lot of these people that get on these internets and start talking smart and start talking back and start getting a little sassy tone in their voice, man, and they'll be like, but Voch, Jamal Adams is better than any player you could draft right here. I mean, that's true unless like Micah Parsons there or something. You know what I'm saying? Like then. Last year was a perfect example of when draft is done right, your team has a hell of an advantage, right? I don't know how the hell you trade away from picks in last year's draft was so impressive, bro. It was so impressive, bro. Like, hold on, give me a second. Can y'all see this shit? Y'all can barely see it, but can I move this over? Hell nah, one big mess. Use your imagination. Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, just use your. Hold on. Wait a minute. Can I scroll now? Hold on. Voch, hold on. Shouts out to KDBs. Hold on. All right, cool. We'll just leave it right there. I didn't anticipate on showing this part. I just pulled this up. But let's see what happens here. Jacksonville, sure. Jets, San Francisco, all right, cool. If you the Falcons, bro, you just pass up on quarterback right here. Like, how do you feel? Kyle Pitts is a fantastic player. Don't get me wrong. He's a Pro Bowler this year, I believe. But you passed up on quarterback. Look, let's do this. Let's play you passed on quarterback and Michael Parsons, and let's see, like, if it's kind of close, right? I think the Falcons are okay with Kyle Pitts, but I think there's better things that they could have done with their pick. Like Cincinnati got Jamar Chase, so I ain't gonna hate him, but the real answer could have been Rashawn Slater right there. I mean, I don't know, who knows. Miami just be drafting all kind of weird, and I think Jalen Waddle's gonna be fine, but they got questions, bro. They got quarterback questions, bro. The Detroit Lions got worse. They went from 7th overall to whatever they are this year. Bro, Carolina just passing on quarterback, bro. Just quarterback and Parsons just passed up on them. Quarterback, Parsons, and Slater just passed up on them. Eagles, Of course, Eagles traded away from a pick. Pardon me, they traded up and still didn't get quarterback or Parsons. Crazy. Parsons go right there, but at least the Bears got quarterback though. Like that makes sense to me. That makes sense to me at least. Cowboys and Chargers, in my personal opinion, probably got the steals of the draft, sir. The steals of the draft. Mac Jones good. Mac Jones was solid this year, but y'all know, we let people have their first 2 years and we come back and we'll, check them out, see how that goes. And, once you get down this part, quarterbacks was going, everything else was going. You were just picking how you pick. But said all this to say, bro, sometimes you just got to take the best dudes. Like if you the Giants that traded away from this pick, like hold on, it shows it. It shows on the side. I'm just gonna read it for you. But the Giants moved away from number 11, right? And I understand, gaining equity and all that kind of shit. But if you're the Giants at 11, you trade away, and you end up with Kadarius Toney, which is fine, but bro, like you need a quarterback, linebacker, and offensive line. Giants. You know what I'm saying? And you trade away from that shit. Weird shit, man. Let me scroll around. One more time. San Francisco had 3rd overall pick last year. They ended up with Trey Lance, but that was Houston's pick. Houston gave it to him. That was the whole Tunzel thing, right? So Tunzel done paid off. Man, we got to study what the Tunzel trade has done for the Dolphins equity-wise. Like, not drafting because I don't think they good at drafting, but the picks that they got back from that whole Tunzel deal, man. The damn Texans had the 3rd overall pick, bro. With all this talent last year. Philosophy-wise, you got to say something to somebody in that front office, bro. I ain't telling you who to pick, but you could have picked any one of these top cats and the Houston Texans organization would have been in good hands. Sometimes, bro, you just, trade away and get too cute, or you trade picks around, and end up getting cute, but whatever. What else happened? Cowboys was at 10 and we traded away to get Parsons at 12 and ended up getting Chauncey Golston in the 3rd round. I think that was some good navigating right there, bro. But like we just got to have these like real life conversations, man. We just got to have these real life conversations on is it worth getting cute, moving around, trading them picks, man. And I'm only speaking for all 32. Like Cowboy fans, we can all sit back and laugh. If you're a Cowboy fan, put a laughing emoji in the chat box right now, because we won this shit. Like as far as drafting last year, like we won. So if you're a Cowboy fan, put laughing emojis in the chat or whatever. But everybody else that's here, like that's just something that you got to think about. And think about this: you the fucking Giants. And I promise I ain't trying to make this a Giants segment. You trade away from an elite draft just to get more picks in a regular one. Like this draft cool coming up. Like I've seen some of the players and I've watched some film or whatever, but dog, like if you the Giants, Eagles, whoever got extra picks in this shit from trading back from last year, bro. Like, bro. Hold on, dog. Look. I apologize, Giants fans, you know what I'm saying? But just as a Cowboy fan, one, is funny to me, but two, you should take my words and run to a Giants forum and try to regurgitate what I'm saying, bro. Like, you moved away from an amazing draft to have 2 picks and a good one. So if you in this draft, you in the 2022 draft. Actually, give me a second. I can go look and see right now. Let's see what Dane Brugler said. Real quick, and we'll restart it when we get started. Evan Neal. Sick of this. Evan Neal and Kyle Hamilton. All right, cool. Evan Neal and Kyle Hamilton, you better hope they end up being what a Micah Parsons would have been for you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, dog. I don't know, man. Let's get into this mock draft, dog. what we're doing with this mock draft exercise, this Dane Brugler's mock draft on the Athletic. Y'all go spend your monies on the Athletic and follow Dane Brugler and all that good shit. What we're doing with this exercise, what I wanted to bring to y'all is not that we're reacting to the players going where they picked at, right? Because I'm not fully equipped to give an opinion on what I feel about Ikeem Iguana. I'm not fully equipped to give you my draft placement opinion. I've seen the player, Ikeem Iguana. I've seen the player. I just don't have an opinion on this draft placement right now. You know what I'm saying? So I do have an exercise in mind watching this or just reacting to this Dane Brugler's mock, but not not how I feel about this player going this place. You see what I'm saying? So give me a second. Let's get busy. So we see offensive line going first overall, right? That's the first thing that we need to talk about. If you're a team that's looking for offensive line and you're in the top of the draft, first of all, this is an offensive line heavy draft. I've already been watching some of the offensive line. So if you need offensive line, you can definitely come into this draft and find one. But if you're a team drafting around like 12, anywhere between like 12 and back, like you're probably not going to get a top tackle in this draft because them dudes are they're gonna come off the board quickly. You know what I'm saying? Them dudes fly off the board, and you know we're gonna see in this draft. Tackles and edge rushers are gonna fly off the board here. So we got Ikeem Iguana from North Carolina State, big ass player, fantastic athlete, fantastic feet, fantastic movement, explosive. Every time he touch people, he wants to explode people. Super violent. He just doesn't know. Nick Gas says that shake sounds disgusting. It is, bro, but we trying to, we trying to be healthy, fam. Ikeem's problem is that he just don't know how to play football, right? But think about back in the day when we used to have these, oh, he's big as hell, but he moves like this type of guys, right? Your Greg Littles, insert big tackle that moves well that didn't pan out well. Those dudes didn't pan out well because I think they just ended up being soft players. They just didn't have a good idea, about how to be physical or whatever. But if you look at like Mekhi Becton, was that last year, I believe? No, that wasn't last year, before last. But if you take a look at a player, Mekhi Becton, he wasn't the most technically savvy player, and he probably fell in that draft because of that, because there was a lot of tackles in that draft that went also. That was the Wills, Wirfs, Andrew Thomas, Becton draft or whatever. It was some good tackles there. He probably fell in that draft because I'm talking about Becton here, because he wasn't the most technically savvy out of all of the tackles there. But Mekhi Becton is having a successful NFL campaign simply because he not soft. You know what I mean? You can get away with a lot of shit if you just not soft. Like, not being soft will get you. It'll get you in the club. You know what I mean? Everybody else just kind of, hey man, help this guy once he gets here. So when I look at Ikeem, who's explosive, who's not soft, who has great movement, he just got to learn how to play football. He'll be fine, because if he can do anything, he's just gonna line up and maul somebody. You know what I mean? That's just my thoughts on him. Aiden Hudson is another guy that touches people and explode. Dane Brugler got him going to the Detroit Lions. Sure, if you're the Lions, you want to build that D-line, you got to Lean McNeil, Levon Wuzurike, and you want to throw Aiden Hudson in that mix, by all means, man. Do your thing. Kayvon Thibodeau, I got to watch a little more of, but third overall, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm going to let y'all decide. Houston, that's y'all business. Derek Stingley from LSU goes to the Jets. Now, we haven't seen, cornerback go this high since like Jeff Okudah or something. So it's been a couple years since we had a guy go this high. But I wonder if there's going to be a shift in drafting philosophy, right, with these whole corners. Like, once upon a time, I'm sick of this. Once upon a time, you would think that, hey, this is the best corner in the draft. He's good enough to be taken first overall. I think what a lot of teams do nowadays, that they have a scheme in mind and that they would rather wait to, not get the most perfect guy, but guy, but to at least get a dude that fits what they're trying to do well, or just have a dude and just revolve it around them. You know what I'm saying? So like you could get a guy like Jeff Okudah, who's probably good at everything, right? But guys like Trevon Diggs exist. You know, guys like CJ Henderson, depending on what he's doing with his life. Guys like AJ Terrell. Shouts out to AJ Terrell. First of all, we got to give thanks for the Falcons taking AJ Terrell, because AJ Terrell ended up cool, but we never would have got Lamb if it wasn't for them. So shouts out to big shots. But sometimes, it's not about the better player. AJ Terrell wasn't the better corner than what's his face? Jeff Okudah, right? But the situation, scheme adjusted round fit, man. Shouts out to Lieutenant Dan, bro. It just keeps, revolving or whatever. I think Stingley is good enough to do all things, but hey, man, we're gonna have to see, bro. We're going to have to see. We see our second offensive tackle here, so just going back to my point, man, offensive tackle is going to fly. Charles Cross shouldn't be there right there, Charles Cross. So that's your 3 offensive tackles right there. Can one of these dudes fall? I think if anybody will fall, like Cross might fall. But if you're looking for elite tackle play, I think them dudes gonna go early. Then you're going to run into like regular tackle play, but take a chance with that. Interesting that Kyle Hamilton is here, and I've seen some Kyle Hamilton play before. I don't think Kyle Hamilton is going to go number 7 overall. I think teams' draft philosophy works so much different than it used to back in the day. Like teams used to get safeties early. I don't think safety is a position that goes super early nowadays. I think with how analytics are, I think with how draft history in general, I think teams learning from others' mistakes. I think. Kyle Hamilton, who may be the best safety in this class, I don't think that dude's gonna go number 7 overall like this. Now he may be the 7th best player on your big board or some shit like that, but just think about how much you've liked safeties, right? In the last couple drafts, think about all the safeties you like, right? And then think about who was probably the most elite safety. You know what I mean? And like Derwin James and some shit, right? Derwin James still went 16 overall. All the shit they saying about Kyle Hamilton, it's cute. It's cute. He can cover the nickel. He got range. He can hit. He big. Same shit about Derwin James. Derwin went 16th overall. The shit happens. Or 17. Cowboys at 18. He went right for the Cowboys. So look, man, don't be fooled by these early drafts, man. These early mock drafts or whatever. I'm not saying Kyle Hamilton is trash and don't deserve to go top 10. I look at what the league's been doing, man. And the league just ain't been taking them dudes. I like David Ajabo. If you watch enough Aiden Hutchinson film, you're going to see 55 just keep making plays. You're going to see 55 just keep popping off the film, just keep showing the fuck up. You're like, hey, man, I'm trying to watch Aiden Hutchinson line up at a wide 9 standing up that I hate. But 55 keep making plays. Let me see here. Nick Riley. I'd be shocked if he doesn't go top 10. Do I have any like veterans in my chat box that's gonna tell him? Do I have any like veterans in my chat that's does anybody want to tell him? Who is this? Jamion Cal says Hamilton going top 10 unless it's a run on O lineman. Somebody want to tell him about guaranteeing shit in this thing that we do, in this draft thing that we do? Does anybody want to tell them about making bold declarations and saying what is and ain't gonna happen about draft? Does anybody want to tell them? Anybody gonna tell them? Hooker went top 15. Facts. But Voch, Kyle Pitts went 4th overall. He's a tight end. I'm not saying the Falcons right for doing it. I'm not look, Pitts was great and he went to the Pro Bowl and all that, but was Pitts the 4th best player in the draft? Like quarterback go 1, 2, 3, right? Was Pitts the best non-quarterback player in the draft? I don't don't know, man. Daniel Jeremiah's mock draft, which is based on what he's hearing from teams, had Hamilton at 3. Shouts out to Daniel Jeremiah, but I'm sure if I look up a January mock draft from Daniel Jeremiah, I'm bound to see some nonsense. Some Brad Kaya first overall nonsense. Some Cardell Jones first overall. I'm sure I will. I'm sick of this. Shouts out to David Ajabo though. I like him. He gets sacks. Like he get to the quarterback. Like him and what's the name? Him and Aiden are pretty different. Ajabo could be better in the run game, but whatever. That's big. Okay, cool. Devin Lloyd, Utah. Haven't watched him yet, but it's interesting to see linebacker go this high. Number 9 overall. I know he was a safety at first, playing linebacker now, so it's I'm gonna have to do my research on it. We may do that on the next film session. Hey, look, it's 434 people watching live up in here. Let me just say this, bro. I have a Patreon, right? And I drop long film sessions on my Patreon. So to where I dropped the 5 plays on YouTube or whatever that we've been watching. I dropped the whole film on Patreon. The whole, every game that we end up watching or whatever, we do that on patreon.com/vochlombardi. That link should be in the description somewhere. Patreon.com/vochlombardi. So we've watched, actually, where's my mouse? We've watched Ikeem, Aiden, Kayvon, Evan, Charlie. We're going to revisit Charlie. We're gonna revisit a lot of these people. David, a couple other offers. Like we've watched a lot of people. Most of the Georgia kids. We've watched some of those players on Patreon.com/vochlombardi already. So if you want to go over there and watch full blown film sessions, please go over there, check us out. Garrett Wilson, wide receiver from Ohio State. Solid player. So now we're looking at just a little bit of a change, right? We're looking at some change in the draft. And what's happening now? Now we see our first wide receiver pop up, right? So hey, let's just keep our eyes on that, see what changes in the mock. Is that Draft Addicts in a Voch stream? Who is Draft Addicts? Shouts out to Draft Addicts. Who is that? Shouts out to Draft Addicts. Where y'all at? I don't see nobody in there, Gash. I don't see nobody. But shouts out to y'all. Shouts out to everybody up in here. Shouts out to all 440 people up in here. Appreciate you. Washington football children take the first quarterback off the board. Hold on. Boom, boom, boom. That's something else that's going to be weird, right? Just furthering along the exercise that we're doing right now, right? Is, if you're a team that doesn't need a quarterback, let's go look and see. Jacksonville. Wow. So let's look at teams that might need a quarterback. Detroit, Houston, Jets drafted what's his name, but we're just gonna say that the Jets don't need a quarterback. So let's say Giants need a quarterback. Carolina, I would say, needs one. Atlanta quarterback, yeah, Atlanta, sure. Denver, right. The Washington Characters need quarterbacks, sure. I'm assuming that the Minnesota Vikings will be looking into it. They could just develop a guy behind Kirk for a year, maybe. The Cleveland Browns could be looking for a quarterback. So I say that because every year we look at these teams that don't need quarterback, but they have these early picks. Those teams are always they always have an advantage because whenever quarterbacks go in front of them, like a better player gets pushed down to them. Like that's just, typical draft strategy and philosophy or whatever, right? So if you're the Washington football team, you miss out on all these good players because you take quarterback first. It is what it is. And if you're a Vikings, Browns, Ravens, Cowboys fan, you celebrate because Sauce Gardner got pushed down to you as a Vikings fan. And what's going to make this super weird is that we may not see quarterbacks go up here. We're definitely not going to not see, and this is going to be a whole nother conversation for a whole nother show. If Jacksonville can trade out of this first overall pick, that'll be good for their franchise or whatever because they got Trev. But we don't know where quarterback is going to go. We don't know how these teams evaluate quarterbacks. We don't know if these guys think quarterback is good enough to take this early. If a team wants to trade up to get quarterback, if a team says, hey, fuck these kids, we're just not going to draft quarterback this year at all. You know what I mean? Houston badly needs a quarterback, but this mock draft would rather take Thibodeau over a quarterback. So I think all these things are very important when we talk about 2022 draft politics and structure and strategies and things like that. But Kenny Pickett from Pittsburgh, I ain't watched him, but I'll watch him at some point. We'll be good by March or something. Washington has a poor track record of drafting quarterbacks in the early rounds. Since the merger in 1970, the franchise has drafted 8 quarterbacks in the top 100, and only one of them, Jay Schroeder, of the 8 had a winning record with the organization. I don't even know who the hell Jay Schroeder is, dog. That's a lie. Washington, early quarterbacks since the merger, the franchise has drafted 8 quarterbacks in the top 100, and only one of the 8 had a winning record with the organization. Robert Griffin? Since the 70s, like Robert Griffin? Did Robert Griffin not have a winning record or some shit? Or some shit, I don't know. That means Washington's due, right? Pickett doesn't have an explosive arm, but he is accurate from various platforms, and his football IQ makes him NFL ready. All right. You say so, player. But, yeah, Kenny Pickett from Pittsburgh. I ain't watched him, but there you go. Vikings got Sauce Gardner. I haven't watched him, but apparently he's good enough. Now, I think we have to take a look at cornerback, right? How much better is Derek Stingley to be drafted at 4 than Sauce Gardner, right? I've heard good things about both these corners, but does Derek Stingley have the better name because he's been a beast since freshman year? You understand? Or if you just need a corner, you don't want to be in that top, like if you, what team got 2? First of all, hold on, let's do this. First of all, Stingley was projected to the Jets. So if you're the Jets and you don't take Stingley at 4, you just take the best player at 4, whoever that is. And let's say Stingley goes, you can still get Gardner at 10 with whatever gangster you just got up there. You know what I mean? A lot of, funny little stuff gonna happen. Somebody said that the Jets wanted to trade back, but where this mock draft at, it's on the Athletic. It's on the Athletic. Dane Brugel, the Athletic. Cleveland got Traylon Burks, wide receiver from Arkansas. I remember him because I was, I was in the mind of watching Arkansas football this year. I was watching SEC. Arkansas and Kentucky was actually solid this year, as SEC team standards would have you. But SEC kind of went crazy this year. In terms of underrated good teams that wasn't the top dogs, like Ole Miss, Arkansas, and Kentucky was like good this year, SEC wise or whatever. But Trayvon Walker's a Georgia kid. We're gonna have to keep our eyes on the Georgia kids. I don't think they all go first round like the hype would imply. The hype would lead you to believe that the Georgia kids are all going top 15 or something. That's not the case. It's definitely some 5th and 6th rounders on their defense, but that's still NFL players, And then we get the Linderbaum bomb at 15th overall to the Eagles that Miami could have had right here. So I said this to say, first and foremost, I know there are some Cowboy fans that's looking to be in the Linderbaum sweepstakes, which is fine. Don't get me wrong. It's fine to be in the Linderbaum sweepstakes, but I don't want people going around saying that Linderbaum ain't gonna make it to 24. You know what I mean? That's something I've been seeing a lot of. One Cowboy fan be like, "Oh, it'll be nice to have Linderbaum." You'll see another one go, "Oh, Linderbaum won't be there." Now, in this world of ours, in this Voch Lombardi watching draft all us together world of ours, we never say where somebody will and won't be drafted or whatever. It's just not realistic in real life to say that because we just don't know. But if Linderbaum makes it to 15, then he can realistically make it to 24. You know what I mean? He can make it any one of these picks. Honestly, to be fair, real life. But anyway, I think Linderbaum could go in any one of these. He could go early 15. He can go later 15. I don't know. Also, too, like Travon Walker being drafted before the D tackle kids is interesting. Trayvon Walker is the edge guy at Georgia. Wyatt is the 3 tech. Jordan is the 1. Trayvon Walker is the edge guy. And I wonder why they got him listed at D line and not edge. Good players just seem to fall to the range draft. This is the case for if Walker ends up being one of the best defensive players in the draft. With players like Khalil Campbell, his the D-line. Yeah, I wonder why they don't put edge right here. Like Travon Walker is definitely an edge guy. He's not an interior dude, nothing like that. But him being the first Georgia kid to come off the board, that's what Brother Dane Brugler say. I disagree. I don't think Travon Walker should go that high. Because I'm just not that high on the player. But that's their fucking business. Chargers go offensive tackle again. That may be the last shot you get at offensive tackle, bro. If you're a team that needs offensive tackle. The Eagles got 2 picks back to back. Yup, 15 to 16. Yup. Indy from Carson Wentz and Miami in that package. Sure do. So what's their pick? The Eagles pick at 19. Damn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got 3 picks within 5 picks. 3 selections and within 5 picks. 15, 16, and 19. That's interesting. That ain't 5 picks though. I can't count. That is 5 picks. I'm bullshit. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely can't count. I said that. I can't count. Yeah, so hey, Eagles, if you got faith in Jalen Hurts, gotta ask yourself. Jalen Hurts can win you some games, but can he win you the game? I think that's fair. You know what I mean? I think that's a fair question that Eagles fans got to ask themselves. But if you got some kind of faith in Jalen Hurts, hey, shit, draft a corner, draft a linebacker, and draft the O-line. I don't hate it. And, hey, O-line, corner, what's the other Eagle pick? Edge guy? Okay, cool. All right. The Eagles just not going to draft linebacker, I guess, like Evan A. Life. But, yeah, Penning, whatever. All right, cool. Saints go quarterback. How do you value quarterbacks, right? In this draft in particular, how do you value these guys? Are they where do they go? So this is the second one right here, Matt and he's the best quarterback I've seen so far, just watching it in passing or whatever. But like, let me watch the film and I have a better idea for you. Sam Howell's one of them kids that should have went to one of them COVID camps or whatever. Sam Howell is that motherfucker started off like fantastic, like not fantastic, but his hype was fantastic or whatever. Like his hype was like really, really good like last year. And then he played this year and that's what we got from Sam Howell. So hey man, if you got faith that you can if you got faith that your pro department, can do the right things with Sam Howell, then draft him. If you feel like you fell off, then cool. If you feel like North Carolina wasn't using him properly, that's up to you. I'll watch the film and determine that. But Patriots unfairly draft Nakobe Dean. Hey, some Cowboy fans that feel like Nakobe Dean would never make it to 24. Fucking made it to 21. You know what I mean? Plus, you never know who's going to be on the board when it's time for you to pick. You know what I'm saying? So, Drake London, haven't seen him. Heard he's good though. And I'm not saying that the Raiders are looking at wide receiver because of that HR incident, but they got room over there. Bars. Hey, if you're a Cowboy fan and you feel like Jordan Davis ain't gonna make it to 24, he's mocked at 23. There you go. So hey man, don't be so down on yourself. Like don't just say what ain't gonna happen. All right. Now, Chad Box, we gotta have a conversation. I'm a Cowboy fan, so I'm gonna be a little extra on my picks, bro. I went to go see. Hold on, y'all need to see my face. Hold on, y'all need to see my fucking face. Shit. I went and watched Kenyon Green. Let me get my war call ready. And as O-line guy, I just want to be trusted, right? I ain't got to be right, man. I could be wrong, bro, but I just want my thoughts and opinions to be trusted as O-line guy when it comes to O-lineman. That's all I ask for as I prep my war call, bro. I just also need people to understand, just in case y'all are new here, I just need people to understand I don't do shit for for clicks and, you know, fake reactions and shit like that. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't do shit like, I don't do it for clout nonsense, you know what I mean? If you haven't seen my Kenyon Green film session, it's on YouTube. 5 plays, maybe I think 6 plays. We watched 4 entire games of Kenyon Green on Patreon. Go over there and look. This may sound a little weird, and I have all the rights to change my mind before draft season, right? I like Kenyon Green a little more than Linderbaum. I like him a little more. I like him a little more. At that point, you have to ask yourself, what's important to you, right? You got to think about like usage and things like that. You got to think of what they bring to you, what they bring to the table. You got to think about your scheme, right? Plus, once you get to this part of the draft, like there's no like true order that these guys should go in. So you can really like draft whoever you want for real. Let me tell you about Kenyon Green, bro. Well, let's talk about Linderbaum, right? Like Linderbaum is a player. He plays center for Iowa. Linderbaum is a player, super steady. And I think sometimes, you know, people take their name and their aura and their cachet from draft world and it gets to the league, right? And I think Linderbaum is going to be a Pro Bowler for a long time. He's going to play center. He's going to make all these reach blocks. He's going to reach everybody. He's going to make all the second level blocks. He's going to be on assignment. He's going to be smart. Linderbaum going to be fantastic, bro. This Kenyon Green character explodes people. He wants to eat your children. He plays all the way to the whistle. Not saying Linderbaum soft or nothing, but Linderbaum completes his block. Kenyon Green looks for smoke all the way to the end of the whistle. Saw a play Kenyon Green try to block 2 people. Why the fuck not? Kenyon Green has so much flexibility in his hips. He's 6'4", like 320, but he gets so low that height don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? It don't really matter. Moves people off the line of scrimmage, which is something that Linderbaum doesn't do. Like if you look at like there was we was watching the Patreon film, right? And I was looking for like, you know, somebody was like they was looking for Linderbaum's pancakes or whatever. We were just looking, right? And I think what ended up happening was they saw one of them Linderbaum highlights on Twitter or whatever, where he was smoking a shot at people, which is cool. But we didn't really see Linderbaum show great strength as we were watching Patreon film, which is all right because you can make somebody strong, right? But we didn't see much strength or finish from Linderbaum like that, you know? He did well, but we didn't see it like that, you know? Linderbaum's a super steady player. What we saw consistently was Kenyon Green smoking people children. And what was most impressive about it, we saw him smoking children at left guard. We saw him smoking children at right guard. We saw him smoking children at left tackle. He played Alabama at left tackle. And that was his best game, honestly. And I saw him smoking children at right tackle. That versatility with all the other shit that I mentioned, I'm 100%. And this can change before draft season, bro. Just don't even quote me on this shit. Don't even quote me on this shit. I'll take him before Linderbaum. And look, don't get me mistaken. Our web in the chat box, but Voch, Jeff Kavanaugh loves Linderbaum. I do too. I love Linderbaum too. Don't get me mistaken. I like Thibodeau. Hutchinson better. You know what I'm saying? I like Cross. Neal's a little better. I like Linderbaum. Kenyon Green do it for me, man. I don't know, bro. Y'all go watch my research on that, man. Y'all go watch my research. Trent McDuffie, haven't watched him, but apparently cornerbacks are gonna go all up and down this list. Jermaine Johnson, of course. Edge guy, sure. Jameson Williams, who is interesting because he's a tore ACL guy. He's injured guy. So I think somebody's gonna get an interesting steal out of him. Think about what happened with Tennessee, defensive tackle, Mississippi State, the badass 3-tech that they had, right? Somebody help me with the guy a couple years ago. Tore his ACL, Mississippi State, Tennessee 3-tech. But anyway, he was a top tier player. He just tore his ACL and he just falls down the draft board for whatever reason. Now he's one of the better 3-techs in the fucking league. You know what I'm saying? I'm hearing that Jameson Williams could be a guy like that for you. I ain't watched the film on Jameson Williams yet. Brother Jeff watched him. But if he's an ACL guy, here we go. Williams' talent, it would be tough. It would be tough to pass on Williams' talent if he were to fall this far due to his recent ACL tear. Well, due to his recent torn ACL. Teams will have more information about his knee and surgery at the scouting combine. He tore his ACL like later, like at the end of the season. So he might be a guy that Jeffrey Simmons. Thank you. He might be a guy that just falls, you know. But I don't know. We'll see. Chris Olave, seen his name before. Dax Hill, seen his name before. Hey, you can do what you want to do at this point. A D lineman, wide receiver, DeMarvin Leal, saw his name too. Cool. Second round, it's definitely too soon. Definitely too soon. Running backs go later, sure. Cornerback get pretty heavy later on, sure. Jaquan Brisker, seeing his name, I'm good. Look, Brisker and Lewis Seen. Man, listen, man, them dudes. Them safeties ain't finna get picked right there, man. They gonna pick them dudes later, bro. That's how life work, man. Yeah, the rest of this, I ain't finna fool y'all, bro. I ain't finna fool y'all like I'm even at that point in the draft, cause I ain't. Oh shit, man! I was scrolling this whole time and I wasn't even showing y'all. My bad, man. Hold on, bro. Let me just give y'all one more scroll through. What I go to here? Yeah, let me just give y'all one more scroll through. Then after that, we're gonna get up out of here. We at about 1 hour and 5. Yeah. Tackle from Minnesota. This is my problem with the tackle from Minnesota. Look, so like, have y'all watched film on him? Or do people want him because he's like 3 million pounds and 6'7"? I feel like I was watching him. He been playing for a long time. I feel like I've been watching him like when I was watching like Zach Bond play. I was like, who's this big ass kid from Minnesota? But you can't just be getting people because they big. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, come on. So, I mean, if you seen film on him and you want to take him, you know, fine. But come on. You know. You sure you don't want to do phones tonight? Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. I'm gonna hang up on y'all when y'all start asking me shit I don't know. I'm gonna hang up on y'all when y'all start asking me weird questions I ain't ready for. Yes, continue. Yes.
You are the only participant in the conference. The recording has started. The conference has been locked. All participants are muted, and they can unmute themselves.
No. Okay. Hey, if y'all want to call into the show, man, 202-926-1127, access code 309-104. I'm going to take a few calls, man. I saw a couple people in the chat. I saw Evan in the chat. Nick Gasser, of course, asked about the chat or whatever. Hey, if you want to tap in with the chat, if you want to tap in with the phones, I'll take a few calls before I pack y'all up and leave. All right, before I pack y'all up and leave. But so yeah, call in now. 202-926-1127. Don't make me hang up on you by asking questions. By asking questions I'm not ready to answer. All right. Why is the free conference? Why is this shit changing colors? They made an update to the phones? They done made an update to the phones. Ain't that a bit? Alright. I'm going to give y'all a smooth 2 minutes to call in. My mic just shit itself. Yo. Is that better? Is that better? The fuck? Hold on. My mic just shit itself. Oh, jeez. Oh, my goodness. Yo, hold on, dog. Hold on. Let me whisper. Hold on. Let me whisper till we get this figured out. Oh, Jesus. My mic just... Jesus, hold on. Let me whisper until we figure this out. Okay, wait. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let's whisper until we finish. Let's whisper until we figure this out. Wait, give me a second.
The conference has been unlocked.
Let's see what's going on here. Wait a minute, give me a second. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let's whisper until we finish. Let's whisper until we figure this out. Hold on. Let's see what's happening. Let's whisper until we figure this out. Is that cool? Wait, give me a second. Wait, pause. Stop. I'm going to slowly raise my voice to see if we fix it. Hold on. Let's see what's happening. Let's whisper until we figure this out. Is that cool? Wait, give me a second. Wait a minute. Wait, pause. Stop. Shh. I'm going to slowly raise my voice to see if we fix it. Hold on. Let's see what's happening. Let's whisper until we figure this out. Is this better? Is this better? Testing. Is this better? Second. Wait. It was the phones, wasn't it? The phones fucked this shit up. Hold on. It can't be the game. My game. I haven't touched nothing. I haven't touched a thing. It can't be the games. What if I say something loud like this? Let's see what's happening. Let's whisper until we figure this out. Is this better? Is this... Okay, so no, that's not better. Okay, no, that's not better. Okay, wait. Let's see if I go... Let me... End the meeting.
Goodbye.
Shut up. End the meeting. I just turned off my phones. Let's see if this works. What if I say something loud like... Wait a minute. I just turned off my phone. Let's see if that's better. Oh, that's not better. Okay, so... Well. Shut up. End the meeting. I just turned off my phones. Let's see if this works. What if I say something loud? What in tarnation going on? Check to see if you have another signal coming in on your signal path. Let me see. Do I have another signal on my signal path? I might just end the show. Y'all made me sick. Check to see if you have another signal coming in. Testing. On your signal. What in tarnation is going on? So let's come up here. Let's go to sound. My bad, y'all. Input. Boom. Okay, so my voice is coming. I think my voice is coming through my microphone. Let me come over here. Hold on. Properties. Hold on. device. Testing, 1, 2. That's my phone. Let's go back to Kodak. Testing, testing. Okay, let me come back over here. Testing. Well, who the fuck was fucking with my mic then? Testing. Let's make sure the walk out good. Who the fuck with my mic? Testing. Who been fucking with my mic and my shit? Testing. Okay, let me come back. I didn't touch nothing over here. Now. Testing. Well, who the fuck was fucking with my mic then? Testing. Let's make sure the walk out good. Testing. Okay, that's still okay. Okay. Cool. Check. 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 Yo. Why in tarnation? The walk out says. Now I wonder whose idea. How did this even happen? Yo. That should be cool. That should be fine right there. Yo. Let me see. Check. Okay, we good. We should be fine now. Look, I didn't touch nothing. How did this even happen? Yo. That should be cool. All right, we cool. All right, let's get back to the phones, man. Or at least let's start the fucking phones up. Hey, call into the show 202-926-1127, access code 309-104. And let's just see if this just reset the whole fucking thing. I was at 500 concurrent viewers, and I'm down to 3. Because Illuminati's trying to get me up out of here, bro. Baptism in the ism says defense wins championships. You know, it's crazy. Like, I remember people, like, harassing me about my I don't think defense wins championships, offense does, like, comments or whatever. All the teams in the playoffs is offensive teams, man. Or if they going to win, it's going to be through, you know what I'm saying, through offense. But, that's what I'm going to say. Okay, now, let's reset phones. I talk therapy word, man. What's the number? You can't see? You don't know numbers? You can't see? Oh, sir. Come on, sir. Call in. I want to hear all people. Now free conference call won't open up. Hey, I'm about to end this fucking stream, dog. I'm stressed out. We just might not do phones today. Now my app won't open back up. Okay, here we go. It opened back up. Host. And boom. Bang. No. What about dot? Yeah? All right, cool. I hope my audio doesn't change.
There is one other participant in the conference.
Yes.
The recording has started.
Yes, it is in there.
All participants are muted, and they can unmute themselves.
Okay. Did the sound change at all? Did the sound change? We still good. Alex say skip phones, more draft talk. I ain't got shit else to say. I was about to end the show. I was about to be done. I was about to click bye on this motherfucker, but you know. So yeah, I ain't got nothing else to say to y'all. Shit, fuck. I'm just doing phones because I was asked to do phones. The show would have been over. But anyway, yeah, we'll start some phones. Y'all tap into the show. 202-926-1127. Access code 309-104. It's on the screen. It's on the screen. All right, Nick Gashler is here. What's up, Nick Gashler?
Voch Lombardi, it's been a while.
It's been a while. What you like, 17 now?
I'm 18. I can vote now.
Damn. Nick Gashler. Right? You can vote. You got a mustache and all that? Because I can't grow my beard and shit. So you know, how you doing over there? You
Huh?
Tell me about you, man. Catch us up. Like, have you grown a beard? Like are you in college or you a 18-year-old senior or something? Like, what you doing? Like, you went to prom? Yeah, like, update us on life, man. It's the first call back, man.
I'm a senior in high school. I graduate in May. I got the same girlfriend I did last year.
Wow. Okay, what about the side chicks? Okay, don't worry about it.
I'm not making sandwiches at Subway no more.
What about the side chicks?
What?
I said, what about the side chicks?
I don't got no side chicks, Voch. I'm a loyal man. I am a loyal man.
That's what we all say. God damn, Nick Gashler got bass in his voice. That is crazy. All right, Nick Gashler, man. we ain't gonna bother you no more, man. Welcome to the show. You're 18, you're driving and shit. What you got for the show, man? We talking draft right now. What you got?
Well, I got 88 prospects for you, but we're going to hold off right now, and I'm going to tell you about the 16 that you know about so I don't get kicked off the show.
You better than me. Go ahead, sir.
Let's throw every O-lineman in this draft into a big pot, right?
Okay.
This is my first point. Big pot, right? Mm-hmm. We got tackles, we got guards, we got centers.
Right.
I'm going to pick out 4 guys out of that pot before I pick Tyler Linderbaum.
Damn! You got 4 people better than Linderbaum. Who you got better than Linderbaum? Go ahead, talk to us.
I have Evan Neal.
Okay.
I have I have Evan Neal. I have Ikeem Iguana, who, if you're not familiar for the viewers, I have a film session on my channel, Bachelor's Draft Network.
Okay.
I have Charles Cross, who I also have a film session on. I got Kenyon Green, who should get a film session soon.
Damn.
And then I got Linderbaum.
So it's the lack of power that's doing it for you, huh?
And the lack of power and the lack of physicality does not do it for me.
Damn. Now, as a Cowboy fan, I can sympathize with you. You know, I liked Tyler Biadasz coming out of Wisconsin, but you know that he just wasn't complete. You know what I mean? And I've seen offensive linemen as of late. You know, whether it be like these Jonah Williams type characters or these Connor Williams type characters, whatever, to where they do the feet thing well, they do the movement thing well, they do the assignment thing well, but at the end of the day, you're going to run into somebody stronger than you. That's just how life works. And I think what happens with Linderbaum is you can help him with, you know, guards and shit like that, combos or whatever, but like when it's time to like push and move people, I feel you. I don't hate your assessment. Go ahead, please.
And when I was watching film on Tyler Linderbaum, there's a guy that comes up when you watch the Wisconsin tape. You'll talk about him later. His name is Leo Chenal. He's 260 pounds, and he plays linebacker. Tyler Linderbaum couldn't block him because Leo Chenal was more physical at the point of attack and in the gap than Tyler Linderbaum was.
Now,
so Leo Chenal bounced right off of him and came in and made a tackle.
So, like, let me just ask you this, Nick, because in my chat box there's Alex, and Alex is he's a Eagles fan. He says, "Oh yeah, the guy that took down a bigger Tristan Wirfs in a wrestling championship is soft. 1, we ain't call Linderbaum soft. 2, this ain't wrestling. This ain't wrestling. This is
He's not soft.
We not calling him soft. He just has a power deficiency. If you go back and look at Connor Williams when he was playing at Texas, when he could pancake people, he wasn't soft. He was smoking the shit out of people, putting knees and ribs, driving faces and grounds. You can be nasty and not powerful. Linderbaum just ain't a powerful dude like that. Wrestling technique ain't the same as run block technique. I feel you, Nick, guys. You ain't saying nothing I don't agree with. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
So Tyler Linderbaum's there. I know you ain't getting into cornerbacks yet, but we'll get there. And when you do, I have a name for you. His name is Darion Kendrick. He's Boss Man Fat 2.0.
Okay, that's Clemson, huh?
So he's at Georgia now. He got kicked out of Clemson.
He got kicked out of Clemson. He's at Georgia now. That's hilarious. Okay, but I'll be tuned in.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Go ahead.
All right. Number three. Point number 3. Kayvon Thibodeau.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it, man. I don't see the first overall hype. I don't see it.
Yeah. I think what happened with Kayvon is that he was like the number 1 high school recruit dude, and they just kind of been keeping up with him and all that. But when I watch him, I see him stumble into a lot of plays. You know what I mean? Like he'll stumble into a play, but I don't see it consistently. I see I see him make some flashy plays sometimes. Like he'll flash and whoop somebody better than him, but the consistency is a big problem for me. So I hear you. I'm with you. Keep going.
I don't love Kayvon Thibodeau's hands, and that's my main reason I have him lower.
Sure.
Like when you see Aiden Hutchinson, Aiden Hutchinson can plow right through you.
Sure.
He can beat you with a rip move. He can beat you with a spin move. He can beat you with a goddamn ghost rush move.
Yep.
Kayvon Thibodeau doesn't do that consistently, and that's why I like Aiden more than I like Kayvon.
Sure.
But that's edge rushers. My last point before I probably hop off.
Let me ask you this real fast. Do you like Thibodeau more than Ojabo?
I do.
Okay, I got you. I do. Go ahead.
Last point is, if you think Devin Lloyd is linebacker 1, you are a filthy, disgusting person. Because Nakobe Dean is so much better than Devin Lloyd, and I will die on a hill for that.
I like Dean, and I haven't seen Lloyd yet, but there's some hype around Lloyd. Of course, we've seen Lloyd projected top 10 in the Brugler draft. So the next Patreon film, we're probably going to be watching Devin Lloyd. You not really feeling him like that, Nick Ashley? Go ahead.
Yeah, I just don't like Lloyd, man. Here's the thing. Like, I'll tell you before you get into him, he's like Micah Parsons coming out. Not Micah Parsons now. Micah Parsons, who we thought in 2019 was the Micah, or in 2021 was the Micah Parsons that we get.
Sure.
He's like Micah Parsons without the polish that Micah Parsons had, and like the good. Like he's athletic. He's a decent pass rusher, but he's not the pass rusher Micah was.
Sure.
He has processing issues. He's scared of contact. He doesn't take great pursuit angles. He's good in coverage. I'll give him that. But like for me, like Devin Lloyd is going to take too much development to take him over a Nakobe Dean or even a Chad Muma, who you're going to get into later, and I love. But yeah.
Okay. 88 prospects, Nick, guys. That's a damn thing. Go ahead. I'm listening. No, go ahead.
Yeah. We'll talk about receivers when you get into them. I don't want to get into anybody in any uncharted territory here.
Sure.
I mean, there's just other people on this board of 88 players that I have that's growing by the day that we got to get into, and you'll catch up. I know you will, because you're amazing at this, and I'm just happy to be here for another year, man.
Appreciate you. Tell me about the other Georgia kids. Tell me about Wyatt and Walker and Davis. Tell me what you like about them.
All right, so we'll start with Trayvon Walker, since he is my highest rated of the 3.
Okay.
Trayvon Walker is a great speed-to-power guy. I think he can eventually add weight and play 3-4 defensive end and a 4-tech or even a 5-tech. I don't love his hands right now. He needs to go to the whatever camp Gregory Rousseau went to get his hands moving. And I think, hold up, let me pull up my report on him, because I know there's another big weakness that I'm missing right now. But if he goes to that Gregory Rousseau school of how to use your hands in combat, I think he's going to be a much better player. He could rush better from the outside. I think he's better rushing from the inside because he's able to get that speed to power edge on the inside of the lineman.
Sure.
I'd like to see him do a better, more consistent job being able to bend and get to the quarterback.
Very stiff.
He's a good run defender, though. He's
very stiff.
He's a trait guy right now.
Sure.
But he could develop into a very good technique guy.
For sure. And let us know about Jordan Davis and Devontae Wyatt, and I'll leave you alone.
I'm getting into Wyatt now. I like Wyatt. Just doesn't really flash on tape for me. I think he's better than Jordan Davis. I like his pass rush ability. I like his penetration ability.
Sure.
He could build his body up a little bit, even though he's 315 pounds, which is big as hell for a defensive tackle. But I think he could improve his strength a little bit.
Sure.
Good motor, though. Good lateral quickness or whatnot. Whatever you want to see in a D lineman you like about him, he just needs to build up his body, I think, a little bit. And last but not least, Jordan Davis, which may be a little controversial. I don't love him.
Because
I'll tell you why.
Because he's a one tech and he only does like run game things. He doesn't pass rush at all.
He's not a pass rusher.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
And like I love 6'6", big as hell pounds,
Mm-hmm.
And I can get along that all day. And if you are a team that needs that, go draft him. If you're the Chargers sitting at 17, trade down and go draft him because you can get him at 20. You can get him at like 24-ish. If you're the Cowboys, I think you guys need Jordan. I mean, I don't know much about the Cowboys' needs. I kind of know a little bit because I watch you, but they could definitely use a D-line guy. And Jordan Davis is definitely one of those dudes.
I think he's an early
defense for you guys.
I think he's an early day two guy, in my personal opinion. Not that he's bad. It's just that just what he doesn't do. I just think that you can find a million reasons to draft somebody over him, and people fall in the draft all the time for reasons like this. And teams suck at drafting, and they like to overthink things. So if Jordan Davis falls to the second round, it wouldn't shock me very much at all. But I don't know, man. We got plenty of time to figure this out. Plenty of time to get this shit right. Nick Gasher, please plug your stuff, sir. Let them know where they can find these beloved film sessions and takes and draft guides of yours that you're going to sell properly this year.
Right. Gasler's Draft Network is the YouTube. I'll plug it once I get back there after this call. I just published a video like 2 days ago on Ikeem Iguana. I have a Darion Kendrick film session. I have a Charles Cross film session. I have an Aiden Hutchinson film session. So I have content on my YouTube, and it's going to keep going by week. In terms of Instagram, you're going to find a lot of my takes and my stuff on Instagram. So follow at GDN_scouting. Again, I'll plug that at GDN_scouting. And stay tuned, man, because I got another draft guide coming out. It's going to be a lot better than it was last year.
Before you leave, what's up with Charles Cross's pass rush technique? You know what I mean? I kind of liken it to a salsa dance. I keep doing salsa hands when I see it. It's like he's a very slow, methodical, patient, what I mean, measured kick slidey guy. But then when the engagement happens, that's when he kicks it up a little bit. Have you seen something like that before? Because I haven't.
Sorry, you're kind of like you're blurry on the phone. So can you repeat who you're talking about here?
That's your raggedy ass phone, Charles Cross. Charles Cross as the slow, methodical kick slidey guy. Go ahead.
Charles Cross. You just want me to talk about Charles Cross and his pass protection?
Sure.
Charles Cross reps pass protection about 60 times a game because he plays in Mike Leach's offense. I think he does a very good job of it. He has the athleticism and he has the hand technique to be able to defeat most edge rushers on the edge. I see consistently him being able to mirror defenders really well. That's an important trait to have when you're pass protecting. If you're able to set quickly and then get out and then get hands on and then mirror him, you're not going to let him go. You're going to keep your balance and base. The one thing I don't love is when pass rushers are able to get into his chest, they push him back because he has a smaller frame. But the positive there is that he can sink his hips and sink his ass and create an anchor. So I'd like to see a little bit more power right off at the point of attack, but he can figure it out as he goes.
Appreciate you, Nick Gasher, sir. Make sure you say something in my comment section, in my chat box or whatever, so I can pin it to the top of the chat box or whatever. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right, peace out.
We're going to take 2 more calls, man. We're going to get Evan and Dante on the phone because they platinum. That's what
The conference has been locked.
That's how we talk to people. You know what I mean? We're going to get the platinum people on. Then we're going to get up out of here. Evan, what's happening?
What's up, Voch? How you doing?
Coolin', my guy. Doski Woski, draft season for all us for 2018 so far. So, you know how it go.
Yeah. So, sorry about your Cowboys. I'm not a Cowboys fan, but
for sure.
I was paying attention to your, whatever. It is what it is.
For sure.
My Falcons weren't even in the playoffs, so there's that. But yeah. So I mean, I haven't done a deep dive into players yet. Just like kind of tentatively, kind of felt out who I liked and everything. I mean, I'm big on Linderbaum. I don't know. I know his strength is a concern, but I just see that he's really good at his technique and his leverage. Mm-hmm. And center, it's not like he's playing guard. You know what I mean?
Right.
Center, the strength isn't as big.
But I tell you what, though, Evan, I like him too. I like Linderbaum also. But shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just everybody's. Yeah, no, it's a preference thing, you know. Like everyone's gonna have these guys rated differently, and it doesn't mean that one is wrong and one is right, you know.
Sure.
Kind of thing. So, what I don't like is the Falcons sitting at 8. I mean, I do like it, but I don't like it at the same time because it's almost like we have too many options that I'm afraid that we're gonna like make a pick that is gonna upset me. You know, I hope not, but you know, because I'm looking at like if Stingley falls, that would be okay, I guess. I worry about that he only had 1 year of production, even though it was pretty good for a freshman. But you know, and then I would like a Jabo, but he's kind of raw. We're just sitting in that sweet spot where you're kind of like getting out of the blue chippers into like the meat of the draft. Yeah, you might have one fall, but you know, so that's really all I wanted to say. I don't really have much takes tonight, but did want to say hey and everything since it's been a while since we talked.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we'll see, man. We'll see. We just have to, you know, cross the road whenever we get there, man. But the Falcons, you know, I mean, I don't think y'all should be looking at quarterback necessarily. Some people think that y'all should be looking at quarterback. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out. This will be the fourth year in a row Falcons fans should say that they should be drafting quarterback, and it hadn't happened. So we'll see. We'll see.
Right, yeah. We will see, and we'll have more takes, you know, on down the road for sure.
Yeah, appreciate you.
But I'll let you get to the other callers or whatever, but hope you have a good night.
Yes, sir. I talk therapy with Word Man. Horrible name, by the way. Who are you? I haven't seen you before. You new here? You new here? What's the business? Because you've put 12 jokes in my chat and I don't see a bunch of LOLs following them. So what's going on, sir? What's the business is? What the business? You new here? Welcome if you're new here, but oh, you Dante. Let's get you on the phone then. Let's go ahead and hear from you.
Last time we saw.
What up, Dante?
How you doing, young brother?
Pretty good. What's happening? What's good with you?
What's good is this damn Home Depot mic you got.
Man, it sound like you got your phone straight from Dollar Tree, dog. Don't come over here playing with me, dog. Don't come here starting that shit.
So look, you always get on me about being old. All right, I'm gonna let that go. So listen.
Hey, chat. Hold on, time out. Dante got a cricket phone that he got to look at like this. He got to put the phone in the air to look at it like this. Man, come on, Dante. Don't do that to me, man. I don't want to make this segment about you.
Hey, man. I might have a cricket phone, but it don't sound like crickets from Home Depot in the damn microphone.
I tell you what, every time you tell a joke, that's what I get, crickets. we just fooling. What's good with you? Go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead.
So listen, here's the problem. We got to get some maulers on our line.
For sure.
Conor McGovern ain't the answer. Conor McGregor ain't the answer.
Sure.
And Conor Williams definitely ain't the answer.
Sure.
Them damn Conors getting knocked out more than Conor McGregor.
Hilarious.
That's what I don't like about Linderbaum. Linderbaum don't have enough strength at the point of contact to deal with a Vita Vea.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Them dudes, we need dudes that can maul on the line. I love Green. I'm a big fan of Ed Ingram.
Okay.
I like guys like Kay Mays, Marquise Hayes. See, I know you ain't been up on the tape yet. You need to get up on your side. I see your eyes rotate right now. How is it I know more of these old linemen than you? You're the professional. I'm supposed to be following you, youngster.
I'm in no rush.
We need to step up our guard play. We need to double dip on guard. We need to go guard first and third.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Second round, we need to hit a linebacker.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, couple of linebackers. Harris will be there. Christian Harris will be nice. I like this kid, Damone, out of LSU. Damone Lewis or something like that.
Sure.
He's a nice linebacker.
Right.
Any one of them Georgia backers would be outstanding.
Yeah.
But we need to definitely hit the trenches because we just got bitched on our line, period.
Sure. Yeah. I don't disagree. I think that you should draft line every single year. Draft O line every single year, because you never know like what's gonna happen. Like one day, Connor Williams can go from promising to we can. I would say that I feel like we can improve at left guard, or that Tyron Smith goes from elite to okay, well he's getting hurt like all the time now, so let's get Tyron up out of here. Like just draft guys every single year. Like we had no idea that Travis was gonna leave, so now we got to roll with Tyler and shit. And Tyler probably be fine, but we still gotta evaluate or whatever. So I don't disagree with you. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know none of these people that you talking about, but I will know them so.
Yeah, you got to get up on your players, man. Hey, man, let me give you a sleeper receiver.
Sure.
Look at this kid named Christian Watson.
Okay.
From North Dakota State.
Sure.
Christian Watson. Now, listen, man, start getting your studying up, youngster. This old man laughing you. It's a damn shame you the professional and I got you beat. Look here, man.
Hey.
You my boy, but
Hey.
I'm going to have to send you a damn microphone. I'm out.
Hey man, you can win that race all you want to, but before you hang up, make sure you take your battery out so you can change your SIM card, dog. You know what I'm saying? What we doing? I need to fix my audio, dog. My audio was fine until whatever the fuck happened. I don't know till the phones kicked in. But hey man, pretty cool first show. We had our technical difficulties. We'll fix them. That'll be cool. Next time y'all tap in or whatever. Hey, love y'all to death. We'll be doing more Cowboys content, of course, but we will be doing a lot more draft content because it's draft season. You know what I'm saying? So Voch ain't getting to Christian Watkins till March. Oh, he one of them? He one of them might go 6th-round characters? I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you, but nah, it's gonna be a minute before I get to him. But follow me on Twitter, VOCHLONBARDI. If y'all want to see the full-blown film sessions, please go over to patreon.com/vochlombardi. Go over there, see all that good stuff. We'll probably do some Cowboys content tomorrow. We'll see. And I got to go on Foot's channel and do some work with him. So we'll see what it is.